The Vorral High Marshal watched 15 minutes end his empire, and he could not make his own hands stop shaking long enough to give the order to run. It began with a single human freighter that should have been unarmed. Marshal Osk Tallreth had commanded the blockade at Thrennar Gate for 6 years, and in that time he had crushed 9 rebellions without losing a single warship. The gate was the throat of the Vorral Dominion. The one narrow crossing every trade lane in the sector was forced to pass through. Whoever held Thrennar Gate held 400 worlds by the neck. Tallreth held it. He was certain of that the way he was certain of gravity. The human ship was called the Cormorant. It carried no visible weapons. It asked, in flat and patient words, for permission to dock. "They are begging," said Sub-Marshal Den, his second, leaning toward the display. "Even now, even after we burned their colony ships at Halgo. Let them beg," Tallreth said. "Log it, then refuse." He should have looked closer at the Cormorant. He would think about that for the rest of his short life. He should have asked why a defenseless freighter had come to the one place in the sector where the Dominion kept its entire home fleet anchored. 216 warships. The largest concentration of Vorral power that had ever existed, gathered to intimidate the human envoys into surrender. He had brought everything to one place to make a show of strength. The humans had come to that place on purpose. The Cormorant did not fire. It opened. Its hull split along seams no scanner had flagged, and from inside came not soldiers but machines, thousands of them, small and fast and utterly silent, spilling into the vacuum like seed from a burst pod. Tallreth's gunners tracked them. His gunners could not decide which to shoot. There were too many, and each was too small, and none of them were flying toward the warships. They were flying toward the gate. "Destroy them," Tallreth ordered. "Marshal, they are not attacking us," Den said. "They are ignoring us entirely." That was the first cold thing. In 6 years of war, no enemy had ever ignored his fleet. The humans were not trying to beat his ships. They had decided his ships did not matter. The machines reached the Thrennar Gate structure, the ancient ring the whole Dominion depended on, and they did not destroy it. Tallreth almost wished they had. Instead, they attached, burrowed, and began rewriting it. The gate had always answered to Vorral command codes. Now, in front of the entire home fleet, it stopped answering. A dozen of his engineers screamed conflicting reports. The ring's light shifted from Dominion gold to a flat human white, and every ship anchored to its power grid felt the change at once. 216 warships ran on gate power. The humans had just taken the switch. "Cut us loose from the grid," Tallreth said. "All ships to internal reactors." Now the order went out. The ships obeyed. And that, Tallreth realized with slow horror, was exactly what the humans had counted on. Internal reactors meant the fleet went dark for 4 seconds during the switchover. 4 seconds of blindness across every warship at once, timed and known, because human engineers had studied Vorral ship design for years while pretending to lose. In those 4 seconds, the second wave came through the gate the humans now owned. Not a fleet. Tallreth had prepared for a fleet. What came through was worse. Freight, ordinary, unarmed, heavy human cargo haulers, the ugly workhorses that moved ore and water, and every one of them was packed to the seams with mass and moving at ramming speed. The humans had not built warships to fight him. They had turned their entire civilian shipping economy into a single thrown fist, and they had aimed it through the door they stole. The first hauler struck the Dominion flagship amidships. There was no elegant beam, no honorable exchange. There was a mountain of moving cargo and a warship that simply came apart around it. Then the second hauler. Then the ninth. The humans were not aiming for weapons or engines. They were aiming for the anchor points, the places where the great ships were still tethered to the dead grid, so that each wreck dragged 3 others into the tumbling dark. "Marshal, we have lost the 3rd Squadron," Den said, and his voice had gone strange and high. "We have lost the 3rd Squadron in 90 seconds. Tallreth looked at the clock. Barely 4 minutes had passed since the cormorant opened. He gave the order he had never given. "Sound the retreat. Open the gate for our own ships. Get us out." The gate did not answer him. It answered the humans now. The white ring hung there, wide open, and it let human cargo in and let nothing Vorral out. Tallreth understood then the true shape of the trap. The humans had not come to defeat the home fleet. They had come to gather it, lock the only door, and make the entire Vorral Dominion watch its own strength be fed piece by piece into a machine it could not switch off. His calms filled with the voices of 400 worlds, governors, admirals, priests of the gate, all of them watching the same feed, all of them seeing that the fleet that was supposed to protect them was trapped and drowning in its own harbor. For one breath, it seemed to stop. The human haulers pulled back. The tumbling stopped spreading. A ragged third of the fleet still lived, clustered at the far anchor ring, and Den actually laughed. A raw, broken sound. "They are done. They ran out of ships. Marshal, they ran out of ships." Tallreth wanted to believe it. He watched the surviving warships steady themselves, watched their weapons come back online, watched hope try to stand up in the wreckage. Then the cormorant spoke again, the same flat, patient voice from the beginning. "You have one chance to leave your ships and live. We will not offer twice. The vessels do not leave. Only you." Den stared at him. "They are letting the crews go." "No," Tallreth whispered, because he finally saw it. "They are removing the witnesses they want alive. The rest is a message." He could have taken it. He could have ordered his crews into the escape pods and saved 40,000 Vorral lives and kept the surviving third of his fleet dark and hidden. That was the reasonable choice. That was the choice that would let him tell himself he had done well. But those surviving warships were the last real teeth the Dominion had, and if he abandoned them, the humans would own not just Thrennar Gate, but every world beyond it. So Tallreth, who had never once in his life made the unreasonable choice, ordered the survivors to charge the gate and ram it shut with their own hulls. Better a broken door than an open one in human hands. They charged. The humans had planned for that too. The stolen gate flared, its stolen power turned outward for the first time, and the ancient ring that had carried Vorral trade for 1,000 years discharged its full-stored energy into the throats of the charging ships. They did not explode like ships. They came apart like ice under a hammer, silent and total, lit white from inside. The humans had not even needed weapons for the last of it. They had used the Empire's own gate to kill the Empire's own fleet, and they had made Tallreth give the order that flew his people into it. Den was no longer laughing. On 400 worlds, no one was. Tallreth sat in his pod as it fell away from his dying command, and he looked at the clock one last time. 15 minutes. The whole home fleet, 216 warships, the pride of 1,000 years, gone in the time it took to eat a meal. And the worst of it, the thing that would follow him into every night he had left, was that the humans had never once seemed angry. They had been calm. They had been patient. They had treated the destruction of his entire civilization the way a farmer treats a harvest. The Vorral do not hold Thrennar Gate anymore. No one does, in the old sense. The white ring turns there still, open in both directions, and the Dominion that once strangled 400 worlds through that narrow throat now pays a toll to pass through its own front door. They teach their hatchlings a new phrase now, in the deep schools where the priests of the gate once trained. When a young Vorral grows arrogant, when it gathers all its strength into one shining place and calls that strength safety, the elders show it the old recording. 15 minutes of silent white light and falling ships, and they say the only sentence the humans ever left them, the flat and patient words the cormorant spoke before it opened. We only need the door.